Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Shadows of Brimstone and a Fistful of Darkstone, where we're just about to start episode 3. First time for you, second time for me. I had to redo the whole episode. So if you're looking at the board here and you're thinking, those Hungry Dead, I'm sure him with the pickaxe isn't in the same space he was when he finished last episode. The reason for that is I've had to put all this back up after finishing episode 3, because I was about to upload it. I noticed an error you could have seen from space, and it basically invalidated the whole episode, so I've just had to retcon everything. Everything has been taken back to here. Fortunately, episode 2's on YouTube, so I knew exactly where we were up to. But I couldn't be bothered matching the Hungry Dead models to their exact positions. Cade, Fifi and Running Bear, they're in their exact positions. The zombies, who cares? Alright, so they are actually, there is a Hungry Dead on each space. There should be a Hungry Dead on, but they're not exactly the same models. What mistake did I make? Well, like an idiot, I did escape tests, because I mentioned, you know, it's a good idea to escape from Hungry Dead, get more than 2 spaces away, and then you sort of gun them down from a distance. Now, I did that for Running Bear and Cade and have them escape. But the problem is, where they are now, even if they roll an escape test, they cannot escape, because they cannot move through models. What I had them do was escape and move through models. Can't do that. Obviously, it invalidated the whole episode and I've had to bring it all the way back here. Fifi can. She's got acrobatic dodge and she can move through models. And what it was, just before he uploaded, I was just reading the acrobatic dodge, you know, as you do. Like, so I mean, right, I'll just press upload. And I was just casting my eye about. I saw acrobatic dodge and I saw it said, you can move through models. I thought, oh, the other 2 can't move through models. There's 6 hours work down the pan. Brilliant. Another thing I've done is, as well as reset everything to where it was. So we're on 320 XP, we're on 475 gold again. I've put the depth trap back to where it was. I've reshuffled everything and we'll go again. But another thing I've done, you may notice there's a corpse pile token there in what is my initiative track. I've put that there so I know that I've got to roll Hold Back the Darkness. Not only did I have to delete the whole of last episode, when I was doing last episode I had to delete 3 turns. Why was that? I had to delete them because I kept forgetting to hold back the darkness. Kept getting sidetracked, thinking about something else, whittering on as I do. And then I was getting to the end of a turn and I was thinking, have I rolled back the darkness? Checked. No, I hadn't. So I kept having to reset everything, because if I didn't even bother like rolling to hold back the darkness when I found out, because it just completely invalidates everything. Because imagine I've rolled for it, didn't get it, pulled a darkness card and it said Hungry Dead, a +1 combat, something like that. It means, you know, the whole turn's gone down the pan. Yeah, because I've done a whole turn whereby the Hungry Dead didn't have +1 combat. So I had to do that about 3 times. So what I started doing during that episode that I've just like deleted was I started just doing a turn at a time. Then I came up with this idea and then we seemed to be getting along a lot better. Until, of course, I found out I'd done a major error right at the beginning. So we're back. I'm back to the beginning. You're watching this now, listening to me like moan again. But we'll get on with it now. So this is turn 6. But before we do, we've got to go somewhere. Yes, it's Catweazle's cock-up corner. After telling you the cock-ups that you didn't even see, let's go through the cock-ups that you did see from last episode. First of all, scavenging, and this one was so annoying. The first episode, I was telling you when you could scavenge and when you couldn't. Then it comes to episode 2 and completely ignores my own advice. So thanks to Mark and the others who pointed it out. When you're scavenging, you can't scavenge a tile that has an exploration token on it, you know, that hasn't been revealed. We did that in the boiler room. Shouldn't have done it. Also, we scavenged, I think Cade scavenged when he looked through a room, got 5 XP, and then he scavenged straight after. Can't do that either. You can either look through or you can scavenge. So, cock that up. As it stands, we're going to let that go. Both of those go. Because there were several occasions where I could have scavenged legally, but I didn't because there were 2 scavenge tokens on there. Now, the 2 scavenge tokens were on there because I'd incorrectly done it beforehand. But what we'll say is those rolls I'd incorrectly done beforehand, I would have done them at that point when I could have legally scavenged. So it just saves a lot of hassle. So that's how we'll get through that one. Another mistake I made, Lynn spotted this one. When Cade got his gold bars loot card, he should have got 20 XP. I'm not going to give him the 20 XP. It's not going to go into our stash. We'll just take that one on the chin, and it'll just be a bit of payback for me messing the scavenging up. All right. And finally, Falling Darkness. Me and my memory. Gets that card as part of actually passing the Spirit 5 Plus test. It meant that not only did our lantern not mess up, and it still illuminates the tile you're on and adjacent tiles, which is the main thing, it also meant that we could re-roll a Hold the Darkness roll. Promptly, I failed a Hold the Darkness roll, moved it up to 1 there, and didn't re-roll because I'm a clown. So we'll leave it at 1, but I've put it down here. I've put it on its side just to let me know that obviously I don't have to do that encounter, but it's on its side where I can see it, so I know I can use it to re-roll a Hold Back the Darkness. So those are the 3 things I got wrong in episode 2. You're aware of what I got wrong in the episode 3 that you haven't seen, and now hopefully the episode 3 that you're watching is going to be error-free. Yeah, right. Okay, let's get into turn 6. And here we are at turn 6. So first things first, Hold Back the Darkness. And we get an 8. So at least that is going right. Yet another save there. So we've held back the darkness. Next up is Cade. So first of all, what he's got to do is he's got to roll, because all of these hungry dead have fear. There are 5 around him. So he's got to roll 5 dice and get 4 plus. He does it. Blimey. He didn't take a single horror hit. Well done, Cade. That's fantastic. Now he's going to roll for his movement. Now a 6. So that turn that I didn't, that episode that I've had to delete, he did something very similar. He didn't get a 6, he got a 5. And I just rolled to escape and had him move over here. So these guys couldn't get to him. Can't do that. He can't move through models. He also cannot sort of edge around here because of that thick black line. If that thick black line wasn't there, then he could escape this way, yes. But that's a wall, it's in his way, can't get past. So he'd have to move through a model. He can't move through models. So we're not going to roll an escape test because he can't escape. what he is going to do is he's going to spend a grit. He's going to spend one of his grit, and he's going to use pistol fanning. And yeah, so pistol fanning, he gets 4 dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Cade, you can do it, lad. And he succeeds with 3 shots. Unfortunately, none of them are a critical. So he's just going to have to roll. He does have his dead eye shots though. So first shot. He rolls a 4. He's going to use a dead eye shot. So that will be 6 damage. So 6 damage means that he's actually killed this guy. And that is 10 XP. So done that. He's going to carry on shooting. He's got to shoot people who are adjacent to him. So he'll just spin round, try and kill this guy with his second shot. Come on, a 5 or a 6 please. A 4 again. He's going to spend another dead eye shot. I would have liked to have kept these for the showdown, but I've got a feeling he'd be in a lot of trouble here with all these round him. So I've got to use these dead eye shots, I think. So that kills him for another 10 XP. And up you go. So I think he will... Ooh, who to attack now? Oh, just this one. Why are you taking the prospector? He's a zombie, Zeke. He's a zombie. He's in some sort of prospectors union or something. Oh, a 2. Now that is especially rubbish. Because even if we use the dead eye shot, we're not going to use the dead eye shot because it only goes up to 4. And they've got 4 defence, so it won't get through. So unfortunately he was only able to shoot 2. Downer. Okay. That is it for him. He's not going to do anything else. So now we move on to Running Bear. Running Bear is here. And what is he going to do? Well, first of all, he's going to roll for movement. We could do with a 1. We could do with hitting the dice tower. That's what we could do with. He gets a 2. Which is actually a 3 because he's fast. But, yeah, don't knock all these over. Bloody hell. And... okay. So, he rolled a 2. He's not going anywhere because he can't move through models, unlike I was doing before. And so he's just going to use his carbine rifle. And he's going to start shooting. 3 dice. Right, he hits on 4+, so all of those are hits. No need to use his heightened senses. That was something else in my deleted episode that I kept forgetting. So I'm determined to remember it now I'm redoing the episode. A 6 is a critical. So he's going to kill that guy. Off you go. That is going to be 10 XP, so we'll put 50 in and take 40 out. And his other 2 shots, which both hit. Roll is 4. He'll attack her there. 5 or a 6. He rolls a 2. That's rubbish. He will continue to attack her though. A 1, that was rubbish as well. So that is a real shame. Really wanted to get rid of her. I thought that would be, I thought that would, yeah, and then we'd be able to, you know, move 1. But didn't work. Okay, so that is it for Running Bear. And now we move on to Fifi. What is Fifi going to do? Oh, actually, no. We'll stay with Running Bear. There's still one thing he can try. He's going to try his boot knife. It's got a range of 4 and it's a free attack. It also does +2 damage. So let's see if we can hit with that. It's going to do it at her. A 4 does hit. And now we're going to do the damage. Come on. A 4 +2 damage though. So that is actually 6 damage. So he did manage to kill her. Good job he remembered about his boot knife. So that's another 10 XP. So he has got rid of that person there. And now it is Fifi's turn. So talking of free attacks, she's got a free attack with her holdout pistol. So she is going to do that. And oh, by the way, heightened senses, we can't re-roll damage rolls with it. So that's why I didn't re-roll any of those damage rolls. But back to Fifi. It's got a range of 3. It's got shots 1. So she's going to fire at this guy. And come on, Fifi. Don't let us down. A 3. Rubbish. It's let us down. You've missed. Oh, a 5 or a 6 counts as a critical as well, and she's missed. Oh, I don't know. Is she going to... Oh, I didn't roll for a movement, did I? There we go. Just roll for a movement. See if she gets a grit. She does get a grit. Brilliant. So she gets a grit. And in fact, she had 1 grit anyway. She's at 2 grit, but I'm going to have it... She can grit that roll, can't she, that she just did. So we're going to do that. Slightly out of sequence, I know. So she's just going to grit that hold-out pistol roll, see if she can hit with it. A 4 is a hit, so she did hit with it. It is not a critical, so she's going to have to roll for damage. 5 or a 6, and she missed anyway. Well, she didn't miss, but she didn't hit a vital point. She didn't hit the brain. She's missed the brain! And, yeah, damn it. Yeah, so she got a 1. She's got +2, but she's not going to move away anyway. And we've got to remember that this tile, each square, is double movement. But she may as well stay there. Okay. And next up... It's the Hungry Dead. So there they are. Hungry Dead. What are they going to do? Well, I think 1 is going to come this way. And yes, that's it, isn't it? There's no way both of these can surround Cade. I don't think. Oh yes, there is. That's 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Now you're supposed to equally divide these, but they're just going to surround Cade, aren't they? Because they're going to pick the one that they can actually get to. They can't get to these two because these two are in the way, so they will surround Cade. But rules as written is it should be equally divided. But I think the spirit of the rules are they're going to surround Cade. Okay, so now they attack. So Cade first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks. Good grief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could die here. That was a 2. That was cocked, that, wasn't it? So I'll re-roll. That's very unusual. It's very unusual. And yes, it does help me out a bit, but I'm going to count that as cocked. And not that it made any difference, because that was actually a better roll for me, the last one. These black dice, they're just rolling too well. 4 hits of 3 each. So that's 12. 12 hits and they can kill him. So the first 3, does it save any? He saves 1. So 2 got through. The second 3, does he save any? He saves 1 again, because he's got the stupid 5+. 1, 2, 3. And the third lot. Oh, he saves all them. Whew. Third lot. Fourth lot. He saves 2 of those. Well, the fourth lot. And the final 5th lot. Come on, Cade. He doesn't save any. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. 8 damage. Do not get separated as a gunslinger, folks. Do not get separated as a gunslinger. 8 damage. Bloody hell. He does have a grip, but he's not going to use it because he wants to use it for pistol fanning. Okay. What are we going to do here now? Yeah, he'll have to use his bandages, I think, at some point, and hope he rolls high. Okay, so that's their attacks, and oh no, the attacks for Cade. So it's going to be 1 each on these. So Running Bear's going to get 3 damage. He saves on a 4+. He saves 2, takes 1 damage. He's going to re-roll that one. He's going to use his heightened senses. I'm going to remember. And he still failed. So he still takes 1 damage. 1 wound on him. And finally, Fifi. She saves for 3. 4+ for her as well. And she saves 2 and also takes a single wound. Boo! Single wound on her. Now it is the end of the round. She can use a comforting presence, can't she? So she's going to take that wound off Running Bear. And that's, what is it, 5 XP for doing that. Okay, righto. And that is it, I think, for the turn. So let's move that back up here. And now I'm going to upload it, because I have to upload it a turn at a time to try and make sure that I don't make any errors. See you in a minute. And here we are at turn 7. Errors. Yes, I made a few errors. So, main one was, obviously, I forgot all about the fear here. So, Running Bear went first, and he had 4 adjacent to him, because they were all surrounded. So, he had to make 4 horror saves. So, we'll do those now. And he made 2 of them. He made a heightened senses roll later on that turn, so I can't do it now. So he took 2 sanity damage. Plot those on there. So he's got 2 sanity damage. Now, when it came to be Fifi's go, there was only these 2, because he'd managed to kill 2. So she's only got to make 2 saves. 2 fear saves. And she makes 1, so she takes a sanity damage. Alrighty, so that's where we're up to. And, oh yes, Fifi also could, she did a free attack with a holdout pistol, but she can also do melee attacks, and she can punch and kick, because she's a saloon girl. Yeah, anybody can punch and kick, but yeah, she's a saloon girl and she's going to go for it. I've just got to check what the damage is on punching and kicking. Won't be a moment. It doesn't say, so I'm assuming it's just going to be a D6, like everything else is. So, well, most things are. So she's going to make the melee attack. That means she gets 2 dice, because she's got 2 combat. So we'll just do the guy in front of her there. And the... well, she's rolled the 2 dice and she's missed them both. Is she going to grit? She did get a grit from her movement, didn't she? She had a previous grit that she used. Then she had movement and she got another grit. I think she's going to use that grit to just re-roll those attacks. Just then. So, come on. At least hit with 1. She does hit with 1. So now she's got to roll for damage. And 5 or 6. And she missed. But at least she did attack, which she was allowed to do. Okay, now we're in turn 7 proper. Okay, so what we'll do is hold back the darkness. Come on. And we get an 8. We're still holding back the darkness. And we still have our reroll with falling darkness as well. So that's great. Go on to Cade. So it's Cade's go. He saved a grit. And he's going to use it for pistol fanning again. Because he's got a, like, he's in a real bad way. In fact, he's going to use... won't do that first. First things first. Let's save against all these bloody idiots that are around him. So he needs a 4+ on fear saves. So here we go. He saves 1. That was a 4. 1. Oh, 5, sorry. 2, 3. So he failed on 1. He took 1 sanity damage. Okay. And because that's out of the way, then we do his movement. Do with a 1. We need another grit. We didn't get a 1. He's got 5. Same as last turn. He can't escape, otherwise he would. Now he's going to spend his grit for pistol fanning. I believe it's once per turn. Yes, so he can do it. That means he gets 4 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to attack. And a bloody... why has it started doing this? I have 2 bloody 6s there as well. So, cots. And now, look at that now. 1 hit. Just because the dice are being awkward. So 1 hit, 2, not good enough. Goodbye, Cade. You got no chance. And next up, it will be Running Bear. So Running Bear's next. He doesn't have a grit or anything, so he's run out of grit now. So Running Bear, in fact, it's very similar to what happened in the deleted episode. He actually survived Cade, but he was in a bad way. Not Running Bear yet. We have got one thing we can do to try and stop dying. He's going to use one of his bandages. So come on, Cade. How about 6? That'd help. A bloody 1. He's going to spend his other bandage as well. Spend his other bandage as well. We need a 6. Come on. A 3. So that's 4 altogether. So he's got 4 wounds on him, but he's going to get 5. He's going to get 5 attacks. So unless he saves brilliantly well, we're going to end up using the revive token on him. Okay. And yeah, bloody hell, 4 off 2 bandages. Ugh, rubbish. Running Bear. He will do his fear first, so there's 2 of them. So that'll be 1, 2. Needs a 4+. and he gets double sixes, so they hold no terrors for him. Now he's got a roll to move, and he gets a 2, which is a 3, but we've got a flooded passage here, so he could only move 1. What's the point in that? There isn't one, so yeah, he will stay where he is, and then he's going to roll 3 dice for his carbine, and 3 hits. Great. One of them is a 6, so that is a critical, and that means we can kill this guy. So pop him up there, and that is 10 XP. Put that in there. He's still got 2 shots left, so this shot is on him, but we need a 5 or a 6. A 4. Oh, taking the piss out of me. That doesn't get through. Last shot, same guy. A 1. Nope. This bloody defence on these Hungry Dead. It's untrue. Okay, so he's only managed to kill 1. And in fact, episode 3 having to be deleted and me having to redo it may mean that this is the last episode. We may be fleeing the mine. Okay, that is it for Running Bear. So next up it is Fifi, and she has got to do a save, but there's only one adjacent, so she's only got to save once. 3, she doesn't manage it, so that is a sanity hit on her. And next she has to roll for movement, to do with a 1 to get some grit. She rolls a 6, and she can actually move. Looking at her acrobatic dodge, this has changed. I thought she had to roll escape tests, but she automatically passes them now. This must be a change. You know, it must be a revised card. In fact, it is. It's got a small icon on it at the bottom. Yeah, she used to have to roll escape tests. I think, what was it? There was another one. I think it was, you know, a higher level card, a higher level upgrade that allowed her to automatically pass escape tests, but they must have changed that as well. So she can actually move. Because she's got 8 movement. I'm just wondering to get near Cade, if you know what I mean. I think she's going to do it. She's going to have to try and save Cade, I think. So 1, 2. She's going to move there. And she could have moved through the model as well. She can do that. But, yeah. 1, 2. She gives this Prospector. Dodged him, the Undead Prospector. And she is now here. What's she going to do now? She's going to use her melee attack. So she's got 2 combat, and she's just going to try. And a 6! Fantastic! That is a critical. So we're guaranteed at least 1 damage on a critical. So she Kung Fu kicks this guy and says to Cade, "I've come to help you out." Brilliant. Fifi Dubois to the rescue. She's from France. She is. She's from Purrty, and she's kicking ass with 6s. Thank God for Fifi. So there we go. She's. I hope when I upload this turn, I hope I got that right. We'll see. So she's done that. Did I put the 10 XP in? I think I did, but I'll put it in before next turn if I notice it when I upload. And right, that is it for her, I think. I don't think there's anything else. So we move on to the Hungry Dead. It's now their go. So now I am going to equally divide. 1, it helps Cade out, and 2, I believe that's what you've got to do anyway. So he's going to move 1, 2, because he's going to try and get behind them. That is also in the rules. They always try and get behind you. So so he took 1, 2, so he could get right behind, couldn't he? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they all get at least a model each. So this guy, he'll move 1, 2 to get behind Fifi. She's going to move 1 to get behind Cade, like that. And 1, 2. This one can either attack Fifi or can attack Cade. No, Cade's already got 2 on him. This one can get to Fifi. Or this one can. Yeah, we'll just do that. So 2 on... There's 2 definitely on Cade. This is where this... in-game... pardon my French, gets really fiddly. There's going to be 2 on Cade, but there could be 2 on either Fifi or Running Bear, depending on where this guy is going to attack. So the usual 1 to 3 is Running Bear, 4 to 6 is Fifi. 6, right. So these 2 are going to attack Fifi, 1's going to attack Running Bear, and 2 are going to attack him. Yeah? Well, these... yeah, that's right. That's right. That's how we're going to do it. Okay, so we've equally divided everything. Right. Running Bear. Not Running Bear. Cade. Initiative order. So 2 are attacking him. Need a 4 or plus. Only 1's hit, thankfully. And he's got to save 3. And what's he got? He's got 6 health left. Come on, save. He saved 2. So he's got 1 additional hit. So he's now got 5 wounds. Oh. Okay, right. So he's got away with it somewhat. Not Fifi, it's Running Bear who's next in the initiative order, so he's only got 1 guy attacking him. And it misses. Haha. Okay, so he misses him, and 2 guys on Fifi. So we'll pick up that 1. And 1 misses and 1 hits. So she's got to save 3 wounds. 4 or better. And she saves them all. Oh, she's dodging, she's kicking, she's saving everybody's ass. She's Fifi de Bois. Right, so she's saved. Everything is honky-dory. And that is the end of this turn. Right, I'll go and upload it, see what errors I've made this turn, and I will be back shortly. Alright, next turn. Let's get going. And an 11. Yes, the only thing that's going right this whole playthrough. Keep going. Okie dokie. I think when I die, I'm going to have these put in my coffin with me. Anyway, let's carry on. We've held back the darkness, and Cade, it's his go. He has 1, 2, 3 next to him, so he's got to make 3 saves against fear. 4s or better. Not using. Perhaps it would be a good idea to use Running Bear's dice, but you should really use your own. And he saves them all, at last. Keep these to one side, they're doing well. Then he's got a roll for his movement. Come on, a 1, we need a grit. Yes! Never thought I'd be doing that just to get a grit. And yes, that is going to be spent almost immediately, because he's going to use pistol fanning again. He's going to use pistol fanning, and he's going to use his pistol, so that's going to be 4 dice. And he's going to attempt to kill. Come on, Cade, about time you finished them off. Well, you got 3 hits, but you still haven't rolled a 6. So that's pretty bad. But let's roll his first one. Roll it against. He'll try and help Fifi out by killing this one. Come on, a 5 or a 6? A 6, yes. So gets rid of her. 10. Well done, Cade. And now he spins and deal with these 2 jokers. So he's going to fire at the Prospector. And he rolls a 1, which is rubbish. He's going to fire again at the Prospector. A 5's good enough. Brilliant. So there we go. Oh. So at least he got 2 of them. Another 10 there. And he's only facing off with 1 now. And he's helped Fifi out. Just like she helped him out. Okay, I think that is it for Cade. And yes, so let's move on to Running Bear. He's got 2 Hungry Dead next to him, so he's got to roll 2 saves for fear. He saves 1 and takes 1 sanity damage. Alright. So he's now on 7 sanity, and he's got a roll for movement, and he rolls a 2, which is actually a 3, and he's not going to bother moving. He's just going to try and kill these 2 guys that are next to him. So he is going to use his carbine. 3 shots. He hits on, he gets 1 hit. He's going to use his heightened senses on these 2, re-roll them, and that means he gets 2 hits. So 2 hits, first one on this guy. We need a 5 or a 6, come on. A 2 is not good enough. He's going to fire again at this guy. Come on, a 5 or a 6. Nope. Boo! So he's missed him. And that is it for Running Bear, unfortunately. So now we go to Fifi. Fifi has to save for 1 horror. Roll coloured dice again. Come on, Fifi, 4 or better. A 1. Boo. So she is going to take an extra sanity hit. That's 3 sanity hits for her. Then she's going to roll for movement. We could do with a 1 here. She gets a 4, which is actually 6 with her +2 movement. We're all on 1 each, aren't we? And she can move through and she can automatically escape. She could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you know what? Cade is the one who's in mega trouble, isn't he? So what she's going to do, even though it's not going to affect anything because this guy's going to follow her, she's going to go back 1. So she'll finish her turn next to Cade. And oh no, yeah, she's going to move 2 actually. She's going to go 1, 2. The reason for that is this guy's still going to attack her because that's who we've assigned to her, but this way she finishes next to Cade and she can also attack that guy. So she's finished next to Cade, be able to heal him at the end of the turn, and she's going to help him get rid of that guy. So she's going to do her melee attack. She's going to kick him in the nuts. That's right, see, that's what she's going to do. Well, she would have done if she'd if she'd rolled anything like, but unfortunately she has missed. I don't think there's anything else. No, there's nothing I'm missing there. She just missed. Alright, so that's it for Fifi. And next up, it's our friends, the Hungry Dead. Right, so they're basically going to stay where they are, apart from this guy who's going, you're not going to get away. So he actually moves up to Fifi. And there we are. So it's attack time. First attack on Cade. Did he ever miss against Cade? Ever? So 3 dice for Cade to try and defend. He needs 5s or better. He defends 1, but he gets 2 hits. That's another 2 wounds on him. He's only got 3 health left. Oh, damn. Right, anyway, at least it's only one of them that's attacking him. So that's it for that attack. The next attack is against Running Bear. And let's see if it goes through. A 5. Of course it goes through. Do these black dice ever miss? So he gets 3 saves against the 3 damage. 4s or better. And he manages to save 1, so 2 wounds go through. Right, next. So that puts him down to 8 health. Next, it's the one attacking Fifi. And he gets a 5 as well. So it didn't miss at all. She saves on a 4+ as well. She manages to save 1, but she takes 2 damage. Oh. So she's got 3 wounds on her as well now. Well, that's a load of cobblers, isn't it? So that's it for the Hungry Dead's activation. And that is it for the end of this turn. I shall be back shortly. And we're back. I think it's turn 9. Just one thing that I missed right at the end there. I did say she was going to do it. Fifi was going to take a wound off Cade. She's right next to him, so she's going to use a comforting presence, and that's going to be 5 XP. If I can put it in the right place. There. So, right, back to turn 9. Let's hold back the darkness. Oh, double 3s. Damn it. Depth chart. Let me down. Didn't roll 3s when you were bloody working for the Hungry Dead, did you? Creeping darkness. The darkness is always searching for a way out. Move the darkness 2 steps forward on the depth track. So it doesn't move in itself, because it doesn't move on doubles, but it tells us to move it twice, 1, 2. Which are basically saying is it doesn't move 3, it moves 2. So it's moved 2. We did go over a darkness spot. So we get a darkness card. Let's see what we get. Screams of the Damned. Sounds nice. Screams of the Damned. Darkness, ghosts, an unholy shrieking echoes in your mind. Each hero takes 3 horror hits. Brilliant. Also, roll a d6 for each token in your side bag. On the roll of a 1 or 2, it is stolen by the mischievous spirits. Oof. Okay. So we may as well just do... Oh, we actually take the horror hits. So Cade will try and save first. 4 or better, he saves 2. So he gets a sanity hit. In fact, he's got 5 sanity now. Well, he's got 7 sanity. He's took 5 sanity hits. So I'll pop that on there. And, oh yeah, he's got to save for his side bag token. Come on, Cade. A 4, thank God for that. He doesn't lose his dynamite, he's still got it. Next up is Running Bear. 3 hits. He saves on a 4+ as well. And he saves 2. So he takes a sanity hit. He's lost 4 sanity. And he's got a roll to save his dynamite. He saves his dynamite. Great. And finally we have Fifi. 3 horror hits. 4 or better. 3 4s. Well done. She doesn't take a hit, but she's got a save for her dynamite. A 4 she saves on that. That's great. Is that it for this horrible card? Yes, it is. Leave it over there. I'm going to have to take a photo of it. And yes, let's move on. So we're on 3 on the depth track. Bomber. Okay, that is it for Holding Back the Darkness. And we move on to Cade. He's got 1 2 adjacent to him, so he's got to save again against fear. 4 or better. He saves 1, takes another sanity hit. Oh, this is getting really close. He's got 6 wounds and 6 sanity hits. And now he rolls for movement. We need a 1 again, Cade. A 2 was close, but not close enough. He's not going to try and escape. What he's going to do is he's going to try and kill some of these guys. So he's going to use his pistol. And why aren't you rolling 6s anymore, Cade? You've rolled 1 this time. Woo! So that particular one is he's going to get rid of him. That is 10 more XP. And he's still got 1 shot. He's hit this guy, but has he hit him in the head? Let's see. Whoop. Too excited. We need a 5 or a 6. A 5's good enough. Cade has at last come good. Gets rid of him. That is another 10. There we go. And now it is Running Bear's go. So Running Bear, he's got 1 next to him. So he's got to roll a 4 or better. He does. He doesn't take any more sanity hits. Now he is going to roll to move. Good grief. Come on. Rolling to move. He rolls a 6. He is going to move if he can escape. So, come on. He can't escape. I don't think... You can't use heightened senses on that either. It's a hit or a defense roll, so he didn't get to move away. Could have done with him moving away, because then, obviously, he could... if he misses, it means that guy couldn't reach him. But it was not to be. It was not to be. So he's just going to fire with his carbine. 3 shots. And look at that load of rubbish. So he is going to use his heightened senses. He's going to re-roll 1 of those. I got that wrong last time. You can only re-roll 1 die. He re-rolled 2 last time, but as they both missed, it doesn't matter. But this time, he'll re-roll 1. And this time he gets a 4. So he did hit. And we need a 5 or a 6. Come on. Damn it. Rubbish. And that's it for his go. Oops, sorry. And we go on to Fifi. So she doesn't have to do any fear because Kate killed them. So she's going to roll for movement. And she gets a 5, which is a 7. She is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason for that is she wants to attack him. And try and like end this nightmare. So she's going to kick him in the nuts. Let's see if she can, Zeke. Let's see if she can. We want a 6. Ooh, we get a 5. So she has kicked him. So let's see if she can get a 5 or a 6 on this. Come on. A 6. Yes! Fifi! You've done it! Woo! Kicked him in the head. Fantastic. And that means we get 10 XP again. And whew, thank God for that. Unfortunately, everybody's activated. So all they get is a D3 for catching their breath. So let's see what everybody gets. Cade gets 3, that's great. So I think he'll take, he'll take 2 wounds, which leaves him with 4 wounds. And 1 sanity that leaves him with 5 sanity hits. So he's got 7 sanity left and 6 health after that. 2 for Running Bear. He's going to take a sanity and a wound back. So he's got 7 sanity and 9 health. Done that. And finally we've got 2, haven't we, for the lovely Fifi, and she's going to take 1 wound and 1 sanity each, so she's on, no, in fact she's going to take 2 wounds because her health is very, very low. So she's on 7 health and 11 sanity. But just before we finish, she's going to use her Comforting Presence on Running Bear, because it's the end of the turn. When you finish combat, the turn ends, and that means Running Bear can take an extra sanity off, so he's actually on 9 health and 8 sanity. Good, good. Loot. We get loot. Oh, thank God that is over. It's took me days to get to this point, and even if I've made some horrendous error, I'm not redoing it. 1, 2, 3. So, Cade, what have you got? He has found a Darkstone shard. That's 20 XP as well. But he's got some Darkstone. Pop that over there. Next up is Running Bear. What's this? So 20 XP and draw an artifact card. Yes! Please, a good artifact. The artifacts are on the top here. They've been shuffled, so I'm just going to pull it off the top. And let's see what we're going to get. Something good, something good, something good. A lucky horseshoe. Is that good? Artifact charm. Discard lucky horseshoe to gain a revive token for the hero posse. And it costs a an anvil. That's a weight. $350. This is pretty crap. This is pretty crap. Even if I do say so myself. A revive token's pretty good. So if we manage to get back, then we'll sell that. But if we finally get into the final battle and we don't have to turn tail and run, then that will give us an extra revive token. So we'll keep hold of that, and we may end up discarding it. And the final one is Darkstone Rock. D3. So let's put these down here, and she'll roll a d3. See how much Darkstone she's found. 1, typical. So she gets a single Darkstone, and at least everybody's got some Darkstone now, haven't they? Cool. And 60 XP. I'll sort all this out in a minute. And ready for next episode. I don't know how much is in there. If you keep an eye out on the end of the video, I'll have added it all up by then. These go back, shuffled back into the loot deck, and we're going to end it there because I've had enough. 3 days it's took me to do this bloody episode, and yeah, it's been a real pain in the backside for various reasons. So yeah, we're gonna have to come out of here through this bloody room where it's doubled the movement, and I think we'll go down here because that's gonna make it easier. I'll take this tile off. It's half and half on, but I'll end up taking that tile off because he's just going to go this way anyway, is Cade. And yes, so we shall try and finish this bloody mission. But it depends what we get in the next room. Might not even get a room, so we'll have to see. Got to keep a close eye on everyone's health at the moment and their sanity. If it looks, what I don't want is for somebody to die in the mine, because then you've got to take an injury. I would rather flee the mine and take the consequences of failing the mission, rather than ending up with some horrendous injury that's going to cost us a fortune to actually fix. So we'll see how we go on. But as we stand, at least we're still only 7+ on the darkness, and we'll look for a few more rooms. Might be able to heal up as we search for the next room, as long as we don't get ambushed or attacked, and we just make sure that everybody sticks together. Then the comforting presence of Fifi should help heal some of our wounds. But pretty banged up, especially Cade. So we'll see how we go on. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the subscriptions. Thank you for all the likes and the dislikes, and for all the comments. The stars are right, your stars, and you're all right. Anybody who's been to BGG to look at the video threads over there, drop a comment, like, or drop Geek Gold, anything like that, thank you so much. And a special thanks, as always, to everybody who's been to Ko-fi.com to help support the channel and has tipped me a brew. Thank you so much. It really, really helps. That is it for episode 3, finally. I hope you join me for episode 4. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, saying toodaloo.